welcome to the webinar, Electricity Procurement Program. And with me today, so I'm Fernanda Lazaro, I'm the customer service rep. We have Alia here beside me, a billing and settlement clerk, and Sujitha, billing and settlement clerk, and Jason as well. He's our program manager joining us today. Who is LAS? So we're AMO's business services company. LAS was created by AMO in 1992, so we have over 30 years of experience serving the municipal sector as a not-for-profit organization. We're competitive and we offer sustainable business services for Ontario municipalities, and we have a solution for everyday issues. We are sorted into 5 categories: administrative, energy, digital, financial, and municipal assets. And the energy procurement program falls under the energy category. And what the energy program does, or the electricity program does, it's a turnkey program, and it offers stability, so it stabilizes your utility costs and it provides energy efficiency. Now, the electricity procurement program, it offers stable pricing for the commodity portion of your bills. We have no control over the transportation costs or the taxes, and no retailer does. So if you have a retailer approaching you and they say, hey, we can control all your costs, your transportation and global adjustment, they're lying to you. So just know that only the commodity portion can be controlled, or we can change the pricing for only that portion of your bill. The utility rates, the prices, they can be very unpredictable. So what this program does is it offers price stability and predictability. As an electricity retailer, we're able to remove your accounts from time of use. We can remove them from that and we place them on a hedge. Sujitha will get into what a hedge is in the next few slides. You can hedge from 20 to 75% of the annual electricity consumption at a fixed price. And the balance, it'll fall in the spot market. We just take an average cost of that spot market rate. So I will now pass it over to Sujitha, and she will talk about the hedge.
Thanks, Fern. So what is the hedge? Hedge means to protect oneself against loss. So how does this work in the electricity market? Utility rates can change throughout the year, but a hedge locks in the price, so there is no fluctuation during the term. For the LAS electricity program, our terms typically run from January to December. So you can hedge from 20 to 75%. The higher hedge, the less you will expose to the potential upward movements in the electricity price. If you are wondering what's the best option is for your municipality, we can give us a call or send us an email. We can help you through. So the program benefits, as mentioned in the previous slide, stability is a benefit by limiting your exposure to the unpredictable market. This is a turnkey program, as are all our programs. So we save you time by providing you with billing and consumption summaries and data. If you need anything else, we are happy to provide it per request. We provide the LAS purchase summary document, which is the price announcement for the following year. It takes place in mid-October. Also, we send newsletters twice a year about the electricity and natural gas market trends. These are many benefits to LAS participants. We monitor your usage and billed amounts to make sure they are billed correctly, and we can work with your LDC to look at any concerns or to manage any correction that may be needed. We manage any new accounts you wish to have enrolled in the program. We provide consumption data for your reporting for annual energy use and greenhouse gas emissions. Also, we have data tool available to to help you develop and update your energy plans. It's called Energy Planning Tool. Check out the EPT tool. If you require more details, you can contact us anytime. So we do charge fees to recover our administrative cost. For the hedge hedge accounts, we charge $0.0015 per kilowatt hour. For street lights, we charge $6 per account. If you have other accounts in the program, or $10 per account if you only have street light accounts enrolled in this program. We charge $10 per account for TOU accounts that have been enrolled in the program, because we cannot charge per kilowatt hour fee to recoup our cost. For the 2024 program term, our hedge price is 5.02 cents per kilowatt hour. So now I'm going to pass this over to Alia. She's going to cover the market side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sujita. Now let's talk about the electricity market. One of the common questions that we hear from our customers is, what is global adjustment? Why do we pay global adjustment? Global adjustment is posted by the ISO, the electricity regulator, every month. Therefore, it is a different amount every single month. LES has no control over that amount. Local distribution company calculates global adjustment as a separate line on your bill if you are with LAS or if you're on spot pricing, and it is already included in time of use and tiered rates. All electricity customers in Ontario pay global adjustment. Global adjustment is dated back to the Energy Restructuring Act of 2004 to encourage alternative ways of energy production. The main purpose of global adjustment is to provide energy generators with a guaranteed price for electricity despite the ups and downs of the market. So if the market price drops below the guaranteed price, then consumers pay a fee that makes up that difference. And vice versa, if the market price is above the guaranteed price, then consumers get a credit on their bill. With technological progress, the price of production of clean energy dropped, coupled with increased supply of electricity, that kept the market price consistently below the guaranteed price promised to energy producers. As a result, consumers have been consistently paying global adjustment. Global adjustment also helps to cover the cost of building new electricity infrastructure, maintaining the current electricity grid, and support conservation and demand programs. Therefore, there are two components included in the total commodity cost for electricity. Hourly Ontario energy price, or we call it HOEP, and global adjustment. This graph on the slide demonstrates the changes in the energy cost over the past 13 years. The orange part indicates the energy price, and the blue part shows global adjustment. So when the hourly energy price is lower, the global adjustment is higher because, as we discussed, market price drops below the guaranteed price and customers pay the difference. There's a negative correlation between hourly Ontario energy price and global adjustment. The graph on the screen reflects the historical ups and downs of the time of use. The green line is off-peak when electricity demand is generally lower. The orange line is mid-peak when electricity demand is moderate. The red line is on-peak when electricity demand is generally higher. If you look at the graph, you can see the volatility of the time of use prices. There are three major dips on the graph, but since it has been on a rise. What caused these dips? In 2020, the Government of Ontario provided temporary electricity rate relief for consumers during the COVID pandemic. In 2021, the price was held at 8.5 cents per kilowatt hour due to the continuing COVID situation. In 2022, the price was set to 8.5 cents per kilowatt hour again to support Ontarians through the hardships of COVID. In the absence of these forced corrections, the cost of power on time of use rates appears to be on a rise. The regulated price plan introduced in 2005 by the Ontario Energy Board makes provisions for two pricing arrangements, tiered rates and time of use rates. Now let's compare LAS and time of use rates. The left chart represents LAS hedge rates, and the right chart represents current time of use pricing. Time of use rates are adjusted by the Ontario government twice a year. LAS hedge rate changes annually. The LAS fixed hedge price is 5.02 cents per kilowatt hour. Most of our program members hedge 65% of their consumption. In this case, the LAS rate is applied to 65% of the usage, and leftover 35% of the usage is billed at spot market price. Then we add global adjustment on top of that. So the expected total LAS rate for hedged accounts is 10.68 cents per kilowatt hour. The expected total time of use rate, it's at the bottom of the right chart, is 11.63 cents per kilowatt hour. Global adjustment rate is already factored in the time of use rates. Now let's compare LAS rates for streetlights and tiered rates. Tiered rates are generally used for municipal streetlight accounts as well as unmetered scattered load accounts or as an alternative to time of use rates. LAS bills streetlight accounts at spot market price, and then there is global adjustment on top. On tiered plan, the rate is based on your consumption. The lower tier rate is applied to the first 750 kilowatts of electricity consumed. All consumption above 750 kilowatts is priced at the upper tier rate. At the bottom of these two charts, you can see that the expected total LAS commodity rate for streetlights is 9.03 cents per kilowatt hour, and the expected total tiered rate is 11.4 cents per kilowatt hour. This demonstrates the benefit of removing these accounts from the RPP rates through a retailer program like the one offered by LAS. I'm going to pass it over back to Fernanda to discuss how to join LAS electricity program.
Thank you, Alia. And now we'll talk about next steps. How do you join the program? We would start off with a comparison. You would email me your latest utility invoices. The electricity team would create a report comparing what your utility is charging to the hedge. So they actually give you different scenarios, 20, 50, and 65%. Just so you have something concrete, black and white. If you like what you see, you would then take it to council or have a delegated authority sign on council's behalf. Either way, directly or indirectly, we do need that approval. Then we would drop the agreement and you would assign a person, an individual or two, that would work, who would receive the newsletters, the reports, who would be our main contact in case we have any questions. And finally, you would send the accounts that you want enrolled in the program. So our electricity team can contact your utility company, and then the transfer would be done. Let's move on to common questions. Will LAS be sending consumption data reports quarterly or yearly? We send them yearly, usually the end of April, beginning of May, depending when we get the data from your utility company. If you do need an extra report now and again, just ask us, we can put that together for you, but it's not something that's scheduled regularly. Will I get a different electricity bill from LAS? No, you'll continue receiving your bill from your utility company. It will just look a little different in the sense that your consumption information is now a separate line. It's normally lumped in with your global adjustment on a time of use account. On the hedge invoice, you'll see your consumption data and your global adjustment on two separate lines. All right, we've come to the end of the webinar, and there's a lot of information. It can be overwhelming. If you do have questions, please reach out to me by email or by phone. In the meantime, let's get to questions asked in this webinar. And perhaps, Jason, you would like to add something before we get to those.
And to just kind of reiterate some of Fern's comments from the start of the session that, obviously day to day, there's no lower price than the spot market, but it is also the least budgetable approach to electricity because it changes hour to hour throughout the day. And the premise behind the LAS electricity program is simply to put in place some stability. Putting a hedge in place for your consumption can save you money, but it can also just avoid you paying higher costs if spot market prices are going up and down. And the second point the team made is that when you compare the LAS program rates, including the global adjustment compared to time of use rates, for many of your municipal accounts, there is a small opportunity for savings there. So It's budget stability first, it's cost savings opportunities second. And then the third point the team made was related to streetlights, is that if you have streetlight accounts, so it's not per fixture, it's per account. So you might have 3, 4, 5 streetlight accounts within your municipality. Removing those away from time of use rates and putting them into the LES program is advantageous, because the cost of power is lower in the hours that the lights operate. So great opportunity for municipalities in the program to see stability first, and then the potential for savings as well. So I think you guys nailed the delivery of it.
Thank you, Jason.
Okay, we do have a question. In a case where our last LAS cost is much higher than the Hope price we would have paid, can you talk about why this might be? Or in what scenarios LAS costs are higher than Hope?
Effectively, the Hope is the hourly Ontario electricity price, and it is a price of power that changes hour to hour throughout the month. So putting in place, again, nobody can foresee what the Hope price will be. It happens every hour as it transpires, but that Hope price or the hourly Ontario price can fluctuate in times of high demand in the summer, in the winter, when it's really cold out or really hot out and we're using lots of electricity to heat and cool our homes. That price can be volatile, it can go up. So there are times where the LES price will be higher than the Hope price, and that's because we are implementing a hedge or a fixed price for a portion of your consumption that avoids the volatility of the markets. There will be months where it will help you save money by avoiding a high Hope price, and there will be times where it will be the Hope price will be lower than the hedge price. So it's month by month and depend on consumption. So again, as Alia and Sajitha mentioned, there is the ability to have your accounts in the LES program bill at the spot market price as well. And then we have your consumption data and all that, but that is certainly, it's got a lot of swings in the price throughout the year.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Alia and Sujitha and Jason. Feel free to reach out to me and I'll do my best to answer your question. If not, I usually just relay it to the electricity team. So have yourself a wonderful long weekend and we'll talk soon. We'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.